352-day rule that they need some clarification on?
Can I get some clarification on the clarification question? I don't
I,
know. Go ahead.
Carrie, let me jump in here for a minute. There are some rumors swirling around that a student who's been denied a visa has to wait for 352 days before they can reapply. That was what they're asking about.
Thank you for the clarification. As you can tell by my response, this is not true because this is the first time I'm hearing of it. No, I mean, as I was saying earlier, we monitor and schedule different categories of visa applicants in different ways. So, for example, if you're applying as a student or if you're applying as a tourist, they're going to be slightly different opportunities that are available for visa appointments. With students, we know that demand is so high. As we've been telling you with the numbers, student demand for visas in India is just like record breaking every year. In fact, this past year that we processed the most we've ever processed. So, which I think was, let's see, more than 125,000 student visas, more than any other country last year. So because of that, and because of the short window of opportunity we have to schedule and adjudicate these visa applications, because of the narrow time frame between when you get your paperwork and when course schedules start, we do not prioritize at all interviews, second interviews. So there is no time wait limit that you have to abide by if you're trying to reschedule a second interview. But our systems are built in such a way that it's probably just not even going to be possible for you to schedule a second interview within a time frame that makes sense for you to still get to your university and start your education program on time. And that's, also, I would be remiss if I didn't also say that we know when you've applied for a visa before. We know what happened at your prior visa interview. So for consistency's sake and transparency, unless you had some significant change in your circumstances, we advise people to not reapply until something about your situation has changed significantly. Otherwise, you're probably going to get the same outcome.
Will the refused slot be released?
So I think this is asking when appointments for prior refusals are released.
That is correct.
Okay. So, I don't know that I can answer that specifically for this time. There might not be appointments at all. Again, I want to emphasize that for any people in the situation where you're a student and you've been refused a visa. We don't prioritize that at all. And I don't have numbers in front of me of like how many people we've allowed to reapply in past seasons, but it could be zero. It could very likely be that, or we could find that it's not a good, it's not an effective use of interview slots. So perhaps in the future, we don't allow for any people to re-interview. I don't know. I'm not saying yes or no. The policy on that also can change from student season to student season. So I can't really give a definitive answer for that. As with any type of visa application, you can always monitor our website for cancellations or openings. So if you're really interested in going back for another interview after you've been refused, that would be my advice to you. Just keep checking your website to see if there's any openings that you can sign up for.